When I was in Barcelona, I was doing this look here and that really unlocked that sort of spring summer makeup for me. So let's recreate it. First, I always start with primer. This is the Maybelline Grippy Primer, one of my favorites, especially to travel with because I know it's reliable. Now for the brows, I'm going with my trusty Maybelline Super Hot. For my base, I love this product. This is the Milk Hydro Gel Grip tint. Mine is in the shade 4. Instead of going in with my brush, which I always kind of do, I actually went in with a sponge because I forgot to bring my brush with me. To add a little bit more depth in, I went in with these. So this is the Rare Beauty contour, and I just kind of contoured the areas that I just wanted a little bit more shape. And I also of course put a little bit on my eyes just to add a tiny bit of color, and then I went over with my sponge and just really blended everything together. And then with the L'Oreal Lumi, I will literally just pop that along my forehead and that cheekbone, just naturally where the sun will sort of hit. And I will always use a brush and just press that into the hairline. The blush, I brought two of my favorites. This is the Rhode in Tan Lines, and then the Rare Beauty in, I think this is Worth. I think I'm actually going to go in with both because I did do that in the evenings. So I'm just going to use Tan Lines first. Take a little bit of leftover on the brush onto my eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with the tiniest bit of concealer just under those eyes. And now I'm going to take Worth and just press that over the top. It also helps kind of set that down a little bit. I took my Hourglass bronzer on holiday, and I'm just going to go over and set all of the bronzer and contour we have in place. Now, I was never on the freckle pen sort of hype. However, I did have freckles as a kid, and my sister has freckles, but she got a freckle pen to just kind of reinforce them a little bit. She brought it with us on the trip, and I instantly absolutely loved it and was like using it every single day. Then to set the face, I of course had my Huda Beauty powder. However, I completely forgot to bring a powder puff. Taking the powder on the brush, tapping off the excess, and just setting under those eyes with that brush. I then of course went in with a little bit of my Kosas mascara, very natural. For lip liner, I went in with Rimmel's Cappuccino, and then I finished this off with a newer product. This is from MUA. It is their peptide lip balms in the shade Mocha. They are so hydrating, it's so nourishing, and just such a lovely color. And then we're gonna finish it off of course with some setting spray. And this is the finished makeup look.